Okay, hello to everyone. Uh, may everyone have a nice new year, bringing in the new year of 2012. I'm just here to basically go over how to add like buttons, zippers, designs, pictures, or anything that you want to add to a texture. Now, the request was for the hood that I had there, but unfortunately, I did not save or put the favorite for that link. So I'm going to right now. I just decided like right now I'm going to just use this texture, and hopefully you will get my drift. You know, I'm going to use the hood texture, and I'm just going to show you a couple of ways you can make your buttons or your designs or however. And again, when you're designing a texture, you have to play with it. You really have to play with it. You know what I mean? Till you get what you desire. But let's get started. I don't even have the opacity map. I have the opacity map, but I don't have the U map for it. So let's just open up the texture, in which I think this was the texture. It looks like it. Okay, so basically here these two things here we have, those are the sleeves, and this right here is the back. This area is right here. Let me use my selection tool. This area right about right here is your back. That's your back. Same goes for this side. This right here is the side of the hood, this little area, and this right here is the front, like where the breast is, you know, the stomach and etc. Okay, and now what we're going to do, let me select this, deselect that. Okay, first we're going to try to, let's say we're going to add a design to it. With this particular item, like I would just take this and maybe add more detail, maybe a design like Gucci, use that pattern, and you know what I mean, just place it on like the sleeves and like throughout the hoodie. Instead of using blue, I would just make it all Gucci. Let's see if I have a Gucci pattern saved in my template. I doubt it, but let's see. By the fact, I have a leopard one right here, and leopard. Just like say we want to just change this to a leopard thing, you know, to a leopard hoodie or whatever. You go to layer, you open up your texture, you go to layer, you go to transparency, alpha 2 selection. That selects all the, you know what I mean, the items that's in the this particular layer. And here I'm going to just go to edit and fill with pattern. Really no need for me to, you know, create another layer, which I'm going to, but no need in that sense. So that's that. Select none. Then what we're going to do, we're going to create another layer. And I had a question in the group. Please find out. You know what I mean? You can send requests. Like I mean, like the young lady did. She actually asked me questions about this particular, you know what I mean, tutorial. So basically, you know, I'm just gonna tell like what a breast line is. Like I might, you're gonna have to work with me because what a breast line is on the U map is like right. You have to make your okay. We created a new layer and get our brush tool, and we're gonna use white. We're gonna use our fuzzy brush as usual, and like right here, like right up in here, this is around the breast line. You don't have to go all the way around. You see what I'm saying? That's why your texture came out the way it did. You could just simple like that, you know, simple. You know what I mean? Add some more realistic texture. This, I mean, you already have your texture, so I'm not gonna go through all of that, all of this. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna add, you know what I mean, a bit of detail, just a bit. And here, you know, as usual, we go to the layer that we just created. We go to filters, blur, Gaussian blur. This isn't the tutorial what I'm doing now, but in a sense, when I just pasted that pattern and when I just made that pattern, that is, so you can get your textures over here to the fill bucket right here, and then you just go to your pattern fill, and then you can download them. And if you want the link for like different textures, because I have bricks, but you know I got manly things like this leopard. I think this leopard is already there, But you know, like if you want more female designs or whatever, it's a link that I have that you can go download it, and I can make a tutorial on how to, you know, download them and put them in GIMP the easy way. Okay. Furthermore, let's you see this, so we're going to change our mode level, and since this is leopard, we're going to look for something that enhances the leopard. In which this case, I will use this dark, which is subtract, but I'm not going to use subtract. I'm going to use grand extract, and maybe duplicate it so it enhances it. Excuse me, it enhances it, and that'll be it for that. Now to the buttons. Now you can do it either way. You can do it any way that you want. Me personally, it depends on how I feel and how I want it to look. You could go to your brush tool, and you could go to the smallest brush, and you could zoom in to where you want to put your buttons, which would be here, along here. And what I'm going to do is use my brush tool as stated, and my buttons, I want them to be, let's say, black. Create a new layer, of course, and we're going to use black as the button. And what we're going to do, we're going to just place wherever we want it to be placed. Here, well, not there because that's white. Black, we're going to use black there. Let's not use black because I am dealing with black and beige leopard. Let's use, I don't want to just use pink, but this is something like a quick tutorial. Let's just use this brown, this tan, but let's use it darker, so you can tell. And then you simply place a dot there. Then you can hold shift, let go, create another one, hold shift, create another one, let go, and create another one. Then after you've done that, you could go here to that new layer that you just pasted those three dots on, and you can go to layer, transparency, alpha to selection, of course. And excuse this mic if it's not presenting as well because my camera, the mic act like it doesn't want to cooperate with me today. So please, apologies if, you know what I mean, you're having a difficult time listening or hearing anything that I'm saying. But yes, apologies. And once you go to alpha to selection, pick the color, pick black because it's a tan color that we use. And we're going to go to select, and we're going to go to selection editor. Select that. We're going to select this brush right here in this corner. And make sure that when you select that, this doesn't change. The color that you select, it does not change. If it do, all you have to do is go to it and change it. So the thickness of this line, I want it to be maybe 2 because it's a small line. Let's do 2, and we're going to stroke it. Select stroke. No, that may be too big. Undo that, which is Control Z. Go back to the brush, and let's do 0.5. Type it in, 0.5 manually. Stroke. And there we are. We're going to use that, even though that is small, but we're going to use that. Exit out of that, select none, and now what we're going to do, we're going to take this and we're going to change the blend mode on it. We could use that. No, we don't want to use that white, that light color. We're going to use, see, this is all option. Like, you could do it like this, or you could do it the next way I'm going to show you. Let's just stick with this brown right here, this, which is multiply. Matter of fact, let's just keep it normal. Let's go to normal, and then instead of changing the blend mode right now, we just go to filters, we go to enhance, and we can go to sharpen. Sharpen it until, find it first, which should be here. There they are. Find it and enhance it until you see it shows a difference. Like here, let's do 75. Select OK, and that makes the desired effect brighter in this case. Now we could go to filters on that same layer where you did your three dots, which are considered your buttons, and select bump map. Let it load. Find your buttons, which you just click on the move tool and find it. You find it, and there you are. You see the effect now. I'm gonna press this and I'm gonna move. You don't really see the effect as I'm moving, but once I stop, you see the effect. Select invert bump map, and it makes it seem like the buttons are set down into the picture or the texture. And there you go. That right there is an example of how you could do buttons. Now I'm going to show you the other example. I'm going to delete this because I'm going to try to make another one. And you can go to Google and type in the image and look for button. Type in button, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Whatever you want, you can just go type that in, and you shall find what you are looking for. In this case, I think for certain that I have a button already, in which I really don't add buttons that much. But if I was to, I would either use this button or I think I deleted it. Ah man, I deleted it. Bear with me. This may be a long video, but you simply go to Google and type in button search, and then you go to images. I don't know why this is looking like this right now, because Google it normally doesn't look like this. I don't know what's going on. What is this, Google Plus? I don't want to be in Google Plus. Okay, right here you select right here. Evidently, if you're looking at the same screen I'm looking at, you go to images for your search. Select images. Excuse my background. My sister is laughing at whatever, like whatever, you know. Okay, and it took a while for mine to load because I have all these programs open, GIMP, and then I have my see now I have to search button again, button. Select enter, and there's your buttons. You want clothing buttons, so we could use this, and which I'm going to just right click and hit copy. Go back to GIMP, Control V to paste it, and create that as a new layer. And then what you're going to do here, once you get this, you're going to go ahead and get rid of this white. And in this case, we might want to just use purple, like an off color that's not in this image, in which purple is a little bit in it, but we're going to fill the white area with purple. Then we're going to go to our color select tool, select on that purple that you just placed in there, and we're going to select delete. Normally, if it's a white, after you delete, if it's still a white background, you usually go to layer, and you go to transparency, and you add the alpha to selection. Well, add alpha channel, excuse me. Then after doing this, select none. Then you simply get your scale tool, and you scale it. You can hold down control to scale it however you want. You scale it until you get a decent size, which is there. Select scale, in which that took away some of the detail, but it's all worth it. You simply place it where you want to place it, and then you can duplicate that layer and move. Okay, let me make sure my move the active layer is selected, and then you just move it accordingly, as seen, as shown, as presented. There's my 3 buttons, and you could take it and you could you can merge down all 3 of those buttons, so they're all in one layer, as seen. Then you can do exactly what I just did. We can go to recently used because I had sharpen. We can go to sharpen, and at 75 they should look decent. They do. Select OK. There's your buttons. We could also go back to recently used, and we can go to bump map and select the same settings, and there we are. Now here, being that it's red, we can change the blend mode. Let's change the blend mode. Maybe not, because that red is really messing it up. We could use red, like I don't know how you females may want to fashion it up, design it up. You could use red. You could select on that layer, go to colors and hue saturation, and change the color of the button. Waiting, not responding. Okay, you can change the colors as you see here. You can change it to gold, turn your saturation up a little bit, and select OK. Zoom out so we see our finished product. There's your button, and it should be like right there above the breast, when you apply it to the 3D product, the actual avatar that you're applying it to, and you should get a decent result. And if you don't, and you see that it's too close or too far, just come back into GIMP and redo it. That's why I said it's practice, and you really have to, you know what I mean, play with it. Now, in reference to, say on this, we want to put a name. Let's say a name. I'm going to use text. Let's say we want to use a name, and we want the name to be the same exact color as these buttons. You simply click here, this right here, this teardrop, this what is it? Water drop, whatever you want to call it. It's called color picker tool. Picker, excuse me. Simply select that. Click on whatever color that you want to use. Make sure you get that color, and then you simply go to your text. Well, go to the palette, the color palette. Click on that, and hit the arrow so it's added to your recent colors. Select OK. Then what you do, you click on your text tool. Let's say we want this to say tutorial. Let's do tutorial. And recently I found a site in which I could download text, because that's always been my problem. I needed new text and new fonts, you know what I mean, because the same old text gets boring, you know. But I do have new text, and all you have to do is let me know if you want, you know what I mean, the link to that and how to do that, you know what I mean. Once I show you how to do the texture download, any other download will be simple, which you have to do it manually, in which you have to. Some you it just automatically gets you there. But let's do tutorial, and let's find, okay, this is one of the texts that I downloaded right here. Let's zoom in so we can see it better. And there it is. And what we're going to do, we're going to just simply move this tutorial text, and we're going to place it here. Say we want it here. And in this case, we want it here, but that may be going to the side a little bit. You just simply click on it and make it smaller. You make the text smaller. Again, this is just a basic way of doing it. Once you get to playing with it, you can advance your skills. You practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect at all, you know. I'm still learning, and I'm still learning how to do things. But there it is. That's adding a name. And if you wanted to add an image, like say you wanted to add an image on the back, you go to File, Open as Layer, and you just find like whatever you have to know where your image is, whatever you want to place there. Remember where you saved it from. Let's say I want to add. Let's go to my desktop. Let's say I want to add an image. Let's say I want to add this female image in which I was doing hair, which this is going to be huge when it opens up, but we can scale it. We're going to scale this to, let's say, 5. The width, we want the width to be, let's see, the image itself is 512. We want it to be 110 by 110. Let's just hope that it doesn't get lost and I can find it, and it did get lost. Let's use this and maybe we can find it. Oh my goodness, where is it? Where are you? There it is. There it is right there. Suppose I wanted to put this image on my hood. I would have to, in this case, I would have to put half here like that. Then I would have to duplicate it, and I would have to go to layers, transform, and flip horizontally, and I will have to click on that layer and use my arrow keys to slide it. As a matter of fact, you're going to slide it all the way across, and I'm going to tell you what I just did wrong, because this template isn't backwards. It is not backwards. It's actually flat down. So basically what I did, I flipped it, and you basically try to measure it up. You may have to do it more than once just so you find it, excuse me. And I'm going to flip this back because that was incorrect what I just did. I'm going to flip it back. It's supposed to be in the same direction, and as you can see, just like right here, excuse my phone, right here, like the corner of her eye is what's showing. It was not showing. That's where it's cut off at. So here, that's where we're going to, right here, if you can see it, let's zoom in. Let's zoom in, shall we? Let's zoom in like such. And you see that corner of her eye? It's like that's where it's missing at on this side. So when you save this as a PNG texture, You are going to come out with a hood which has the buttons, has whatever text you want to place on it, and whatever graphics you want to place on it. In this case, I placed an avatar that I had took a picture of to do an icon, which will be my next tutorial icon. And you should see this image, this female image right here on the back of your hood. And I think that's it. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, please ask me in the group, ask on the video, inbox me, whatever fits you. Just let me know, and thank everyone for watching. And special thanks to the person who requested this. I think it was Jazzy, if I'm not mistaken. Shout outs to her. Shout outs to I Divided. Shout outs to I can't remember the others, but everyone that's in my group, shout outs to you. And it's not just my group, it's all of our groups. So shout outs to everyone, and thank you for watching this video. And please ask questions, ask for requests, and if I know it, I will show you. Someone also asked for jewelry. I will be doing that shortly. You really need, if you're watching this video, you need to let me know what kind of jewelry, because there's a whole lot of jewelry, and necklaces, earrings, rings, I mean, it's a lot of them, bracelets. So just let me know. And once again, thank you, everyone. Have a happy new year. Misunderstood, which I have changed my name to Adversity on IMVU. So if you see that name and I'm on your list, I used to be Misunderstood. So thank you, and have a nice one.